City of Santa Fe, March 4th, 2014, Councilor Candidates. Question 7. If elected, what do you believe the biggest challenges are going to be for Santa Fe during your term in office, and what is your plan to address the issues, and where will you start? Carmichael A. Dominguez.
Our local economy has been and is going to continue to be a challenge here in Santa Fe. As the current chairman of the Finance Committee, we have kept a close eye on many of the expenditures that we have, and a close eye on making sure that we have a balanced budget. One of the first things that I did as the finance chair 2 years ago was to provide city employees with a 2% raise, not only to offset the rising costs of healthcare, but to also recognize them in the work that they have done and the work that they continue to do. I think that when we talk about the challenges, there are many challenges. The fact that our community, although it is diverse and wonderful, with that diversity comes lots of different interests. And so with that, one of the biggest challenges is going to be annexation. Annexation provides a challenge to city employees and the level of service that we can provide. However, with the new GRT that could potentially be created with that annexation, we need to make sure that that money that is generated gets spent in the annexed areas. And so that is going to be a challenge, especially with the high cost of living and the rising costs of everything else that America is experiencing. And so there are lots of challenges that we have locally. There are lots of challenges that we have statewide. Education is one of them. And thirdly, there are lots of challenges that we have with our national leaders and our national form of government, in that what they do does have an impact on us here in Santa Fe and at the local level.
Angelo Jaramillo.
The biggest challenge is always going to be the economic base and how our wealth is distributed across city lines and the different demographics of human populations that live in the city of Santa Fe. Tied into that is also going to be how do we address our youth and keep our youth here, and how do we create an educated workforce to make sure that we can develop our economy from within. Part of that challenge as a city councilor and a public official is to be able to work in a team capacity with the other city councilors, with city staff, with a lot of our nonprofits based here in Santa Fe, with our Santa Fe Chamber of Commerce, our businesses, our organizations, our educational institutions. So strategically, we need to make sure as public officials, number one, first and foremost, that we're being honest and we're communicating effectively to the people in an honest way, that we do more citywide organizing to empower people to make sure that they have a say in what happens at City Hall. I think that we need to really look closely at what we're doing with the schools and education to ensure that we can provide those opportunities to youth to be involved in the economy, to be involved in their community, and make sure that we're strengthening families, keeping working people together and unified. And also, too, I think one of the biggest challenges that we're going to face as well is the safety of our communities. And we need to make sure that with the new technology and the new brave new world that we're kind of inheriting and living in, is that we're being responsible. So public officials, more than anything, need to be responsible with how they're working with the people.
This is the end of question 7 for participating councilor candidates.